Morning, everybody. Welcome to Lock Pod, Season 9, Episode 22, Midwest Most Dangerous Podcast.
Good morning.
Hey, we got Dave Toth in here, one of the sponsors of Lock Pod, owner of Byway Brewery from Season 1. He's been...
Yes, thank you for all your years of sponsorship, Dave.
Love it. You guys are great to team up with.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. And, probably the first year you were like, what's a Lock Pod? And then,
now
it's
he's like, oh, man, I can't believe I got involved with Lock Pod.
I should have never done this. I should have never done this.
But I see you got your swag on. You got a little Byway Brewing shirt going.
I got a rep.
Yeah,
yes.
man. Yeah. So how long you guys been open now, Byway Brewery?
7.5 years.
That's, wow.
That was, I remember it well because it was our first real big tenant in Oxbow Landing.
Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings and then you guys, right? I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously we started working probably a year before that on the build out. And
it turned out great that you guys were with us first, honestly.
Yeah, and we have a great working relationship with the hotels there.
I was going to ask about that. How's that? Has that been helping significantly with the 3 hotels that are located there?
Absolutely.
So, and you get people from all over the country, I'd assume, because they're staying there off the road.
Yeah, and it's interesting. During the week, we get more business travelers, so a lot of times they're on expense accounts, and what they order from us, it's some of our more eclectic stuff. And then on the weekends, when we get more local people, it's a lot of our burgers and sandwiches.
How about the Sportsplex? You get tons of teams.
Yeah, we do, and some of our bigger tables and the ability to kind of spread out.
You do have. That's really nice about Byway is you could totally. It's like a picnic table, literally. You could spread out, and you could have your whole family at one table easily.
Yeah. How's the outdoor patio been this summer?
Terrific. I mean, with the weather, it's either been raining and too hot or beautiful, and it's hit and miss. But when it's nice out, it fills up real quick.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, because Phil likes to take credit for things, and I want to make sure and just confirm whether or not Phil is if this is accurate. Phil says that the reason the lobster roll is now on the menu is because of him.
In fact,
because not just a special. In other words, on the regular menu.
He says you guys were considering it calling the tail-on lobster roll. Is that true?
I was going to ask. I assume you're talking about Phil Taylor, and not our general manager.
No.
They both had something to do with it. And I know Phil had a few difficulties getting started. He would always show up right after we'd run out. And honestly,
sounds
I don't
like
know
Phil.
but we were getting rave reviews on it, and I'm like, Phil, our Phil. I said, so lobsters has gotten cheap enough now that we can do this? And we price it high enough that we can get our margin on it, and people are buying it. And I'm not a lobster roll aficionado, but I've had people, and Phil is one of them, Phil Talon, who knows his way around a lobster roll, and he said it was really superb. So.
It really is good. I had it once. I'm not a big lobster guy, but I loved it.
So hold it. So Phil did have something to do with it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is unbelievable.
Yes, credit to Phil.
Phil's been vindicated on Lock Pod. Holy crap.
Can we set the record straight on something? There's someone in chat that just made a claim.
Yeah?
Oh.
Is it about the lobster roll?
No, it's about your wings.
Uh-oh.
With your wings, you don't offer ranch dressing. Is this true?
She's specifically not offered?
Yes. It's like, we don't offer ranch.
Is that like I don't offer ketchup for your steak?
Yeah, you cannot have ranch.
Honestly, I don't know because our
like
stuff
that.
changes up so much.
No,
our GM and our kitchen staff obviously would know.
You're a good delegator, Dave. That's what it is.
And
the mayor can apprate that.
I
as
do
an
appreciate
executive.
that. I'm like, people ask me detail. I'm like, what do you think? I'm like in charge of the whole event. Like I have people that do this. Like
there's things I do well, and there's things that
you're the boss.
That Phil does well, and he handles all that stuff. And
good for you.
So I would say if you want to have ranch dressing, I know that our staff
is
works.
This a policy decision we're making here, Phil? I hope you're listening out there.
Bring your bottle of ranch dressing.
Yeah.
But I will say that our kitchen staff I think is outstanding, and they create new sauces for. We're always changing up our wings.
Really.
And sometimes they'll go with a sauce like that. And I do believe there's some kind of sauce that comes with it, but I don't think it's a ranch sauce. And whether we've ever had a ranch sauce or not, I don't know. But if we did or if we do, it'll be a homemade one. It's not going to be a commercial one because we do everything from scratch.
That's awesome.
You know what I love about your restaurant? Besides the restaurant is amazing, but I love the live music you have out there. I think that there's too few live music venues in the region. And you not only have a great brew pub, a great restaurant, you also have the ability to have live music. And I've seen you have bands out there, and it's just jam-packed. He's got like an outdoor patio that could hold hundreds of people. it's a great venue.
Now with the weather being better, we can go outside with some bigger bands. We've learned that with some 4, 5, 6 people bands, especially loud rock and roll bands, and my next door neighbor has a classic rock band that has got, I think, 4 or 5 people in it. We've learned that we can only really have it outside.
Yeah.
To have it inside, it's just too loud, even if they try to turn it down.
Really?
I agree with you.
Where we've had a lot of success inside, regardless of the weather, but especially during the winter, obviously, is these 1 and 2 people. I mean, there's a Hammond police officer who plays guitar, and I forget his name.
Ben Stombaugh.
Ben,
and we've had him a number of times.
Isn't he excellent?
Ben's
and
great.
He's fantastic, and it works out for him. It works out for us. It works out for the
And he looks like
customers.
that. What's that actor he looks like?
Well, I don't know. He's a good-looking dude.
Bradley Cooper?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Really?
Really?
I just pulled that out.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I think no. That's exactly who I'm talking about. Bradley Cooper.
Wow.
He looks just like Bradley Cooper, in my opinion. Jill?
I need a side by side.
Oh, all right.
Really? Okay,
Stombaugh.
Ben, get in here, please.
Ben,
right.
please put a picture of yourself in chat.
Side by side with Bradley Cooper, and we will decide. I already see it. Like, he's a dashingly handsome man.
Yes, he is.
And he plays a guitar.
In a uniform. And
Yeah.
he plays guitar.
Yeah.
And he's the wellness officer for the City of Hammond's
That's
Police
right.
Department.
He is very talented, though.
Dave, I want to ask you. I know you came in to talk about a couple
Somehow Ben got a commercial out of this.
He did.
We were supposed to be doing Byway
did.
Brewery.
I know that you have a couple things you wanted to bring up today because there's some new things happening at Byway, and I want to let you do that before we get on with the show.
Yeah, 2 things in particular, and a lot's happened post-COVID and just in the industry in general. And one thing we're really excited about, we've always only had a beer and a 2-way restaurant license, beer,
that's
beer
right.
and wine. And recently we acquired a 3-way permit. I think it's a 210 permit that allows us to serve alcohol.
Yes.
Oh,
There you go.
whoa.
I don't like beer.
Feels like
But we don't want to lose our identity as a brewery, so we're not having our barkeeps mix up individual cocktails. We pre-batch them, and we have.
Oh, really? So you just like pour a Bloody Mary?
It comes out of tap. So for the whiskey lovers out there,
That's
we've
crazy.
got an excellent Manhattan,
I didn't
and
know-
an excellent old fashioned.
I'm ready for both those.
That's awesome.
We have a spicy margarita that's to die for.
All right.
I think we
Had
have
that.
I'm in.
It's awesome.
Wait,
I
I
had
need
the
to
spicy
know.
margarita.
Is your slushy machine back running?
It's running, although we've had some trouble with it. But I think last time
I
I
know.
checked,
Is
it's
Phil
been
taking
running.
credit for that also? Phil Chandler?
For running or not running.
Right, yeah.
The wine slushy.
But speaking of which, now instead of, not that there was anything wrong with our wine-based slushies, but now we can do like a pina colada.
Oh, that's awesome. I think Jill's getting excited.
I'll drink anything in a slushy.
And we just put a Mai Tai on that if you want to feel tropical, I think is fantastic. So that's a very interesting change. And while beer sales nationally have slid, and so have wine sales, cocktails sales revenue is on the rise. So this came at a perfect time for us.
Okay, now look at this. John's done a real quick side by side. Look at this.
This is not a good picture of
No,
Ben.
it's not.
No, it's not a good
It's not a
picture of
good
Ben
picture of Ben.
Stambaugh. But
It's
you
a great
see the
picture.
resemblance?
Yeah.
I do.
I
'cause know what
do,
Ben
yes.
looks like.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
once, when Tom says Nikki Haley and
looks
Marissa
like
look like, you
Look,
think
never
these
did
two
a
are not
side by-
going to.
You never did the side by
Well,
side.
but
of those
see-
two. You would see it.
John, the difference was you came up with Bradley Cooper.
The weird thing is John had that Bradley Cooper image already loaded.
Tom was going to say Nikki Haley looks like Ben Stombaugh, but
I think we've got it here.
I think Tom was right.
He's a handsome guy.
Good call.
Look at those guns, man.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
All
All right, so anyway,
guns out.
All right.
Ben Staubach. He's like, yeah. Thank you, Dave. I just want to say thank you on behalf of LockPod. We could not do what we do without our sponsors. You guys came in season 1 and you're still there, which amazes me, and I thank you. And I love Byway Brewery. Marissa loves Byway Brewery. My family loves Byway Brewery. So
Ditto.
it's real easy for me, and I know it's for all of us. It's real
Yeah.
easy to have you as a sponsor because we believe in what you're doing.
Well, the city has been behind us from before day one.
Yeah.
And we always appreciate that. And y'all went out, your entire staff went out of your way to bend over backwards to help us get started and to be successful. So we always appreciate that. I also want to mention one of the other important developments that is brand new. We just used it, literally kicked the tires the very first time earlier this week. We got it. I'm talking my position now, but I think we have pretty good food.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we just got a food truck.
Nice.
Wow.
and have it
exciting.
outfitted.
Whoa.
Gotta get you
And,
out to the fest.
Byway food truck.
We'll be doing private events at wherever private event is.
Like
a home or
corporate reunions, wedding showers. I know you're. I know
Yes, we
you're
know
at
your
off
ad.
the top of my head. Like corporate events, reunions, wedding showers. We have.
and
pretty good.
we're looking forward to the Pierogi Fest in Whiting. And,
Nice.
And our GM Phil Stein would be remiss or I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this, because he and our kitchen staff, you go to Pierogi Fest to what? Have pierogi.
Yes.
Right.
And I'm half Polish, so that's I take that
It's in your
intravenously.
wheelhouse.
And are any of you familiar with our poutine that we have?
Yes.
Yeah,
Delicious.
Patrick's favorite.
So what we are going to be having is a signature dish, amongst other things, but a signature
Poutine
plate, a pierogi poutine.
Don't
Oh,
say it.
come on.
Like a lot.
What?
Patrick's coming to program.
I'll be
I
there.
haven't been to Pierogi Fest in a decade, and that might be.
That might
Patrick,
break
it's
you.
Patrick's
No,
favorite.
it's still not gonna.
Patrick orders the poutine as a meal.
Yeah.
He
It
just
is
sits
that
there and
good.
eats it. Yeah.
It is a meal.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So it's got
Breaking news, Kevin.
Breaking news on Lock Pod. Byway Brewing has a food truck. Come to Pierogi Fest for pierogi poutine.
Poutine pierogies. Have you heard of poutine pierogies? You have now. Byway Brewery. David, I just want to say thanks for coming on the show today and breaking this amazing news. That's why people get their news from Lockpot, and that's a sad state of affairs.
But you've done it. So, Dave, thanks again for coming in. Appreciate it.
always
Thanks
my
for
pleasure
all
getting
your
together with you
support.
guys.
Thank you, sir.
And we'll see you. We'll see you at Fest. I know you and 18th Street, two of Hammond's finest brew pubs, will be at the festival.
Yeah, that's a week from yesterday. So yeah, we're gearing up, and
Awesome.
it'll be fun.
We'll see
And
you there.
Byway is conveniently located just off 8094 at the Kennedy Avenue South exit. Come on by and enjoy Byway's award-winning beers and unbeatable menu. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks,
Good seeing
Thanks
you.
for
Yes,
sponsoring
sir.
Lockpot. Go out there and support our sponsors.
Keep up the
everybody.
great work. Awesome.
you.
Thank you.
All right.
Dave
Now we're
Toth,
rolling.
Byway Brewing.
We were just talking about Pierogi Fest, and we're going to roll into,
More
we did
Whiting news.
We did the Whiting Parade this week. Thank you, sir. Nice to see you, Dave. Thanks for supporting Lockpot.
That picture looks delicious that you have on the screen.
I know. I'm starving, and we got all this food up.
The fact that he almost is going to get Jill to Pierogi Fest is something.
Right.
You know what? I got people. I have somebody bring me in.
I'm not anti Pierogi Fest. I'm
No,
burned out
I
after the
am.
festival.
No, it's too many people for me personally.
Right, but
it's
we
too
just
many.
get done though, Jill, at the Festival of Lakes, and then you roll into Pierogi.
I try to
Fest.
go
It's
on like Sunday when it's not as busy and
yeah,
go there
I
for
take my
lunch
bike and I stay outside of the crowd. So, but we did the Whiting Parade. Speaking of crowds, it was like
Yeah.
100 degrees heat index.
And if you've ever seen the mayor at a parade, you'll know one thing. He
Brings
takes
it.
it seriously, and he brings 100% Mayor Tom.
I
I
need
was
your
like-
ring details from that parade.
It was I worked out.
He's
That was a
usually in a
workout.
huge
I got
sweat.
my full. It's only a 1.5 mile run, which isn't good for a full workout for me. But the way I do it, I got a full workout.
Yeah, you
That
were
was my
sweating. You
workout
were
that day.
getting some water. It was
Zigzagging.
a hot
I
one.
saw you.
Zigzagging
Freaking-
across, running.
And then people would like want to give me a hug, and I was like warning them. I'm like, I am freaking drenched. Like even my underwear, everything was wet, dude. Like I was wet head to toe,
Lord.
like from sweat. And I'm like, people would put their arm around me. I felt so bad for them. I was like literally
Hey, man,
wet.
They want you. They
Yeah,
want a
it's
picture.
horrible. But I started the candy. I called it the candy christening, and then I changed it to candy showers because I thought there was a church right there.
Didn't want people to.
I was like doing the old sprinkle on the head, like it was
great.
holy water. So
got
I'd
some
take
video.
the candy and I would sprinkle, and then
You're like
I,
Salt Bay, but with
and
candy.
Salt.
yeah, right. So at the end of it, I started doing candy showers, and I would just literally like go splash like on top of their head with like
Yes.
25 pieces of candy, and it would just shoot everywhere.
It was fun.
Kids loved it. Parents loved it. I was Mr. Popular.
Yes.
That was my
Be-
thing.
And you got
years,
it-
years ago. I think it was the Memorial Day parade. The best thing you ever said.
Oh no.
There's a group of kids, and you're like, "Hey, little girl, do you want some candy?"
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you
It's
could say
come out a couple
that.
times. Yeah, I do not deny it. So I've modernized it to candy
about a
showers.
candy shower?
Candy
See, here,
shower.
There it
there's
is. Oh.
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
do you got audio on that, John?
I do. Yeah. Wow. You just like threw it right on her.
Yeah.
And she was looking down at the time.
Here we go.
Like, what just happened
I
here?
did that.
She only has
500
one eye
times.
now.
John,
Yeah, right.
John, do you have the other video
Yeah,
I sent?
yeah,
Throw
yeah.
that one up. This is good because he gets Patrick first, which I thought's hilarious. All right here. He's going to get Patrick. Nails Patrick.
I was just getting everybody. I was
at him.
getting adults. All right. Good video.
Kevin, was this you that filmed this?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
can we talk about something real quick from
Sure.
a production standpoint? sometimes I wonder how these clips get to me in the condition they're in. So this is the one Tom put in.
Well, that
notes.
was sent to me by a lock potter, my friend.
Okay, no, that's
by
okay.
One of our fans.
But like, how is it
That was his
start
daughter.
like this?
I
Where like
cut
it's
it.
a zoomed in.
No, because it was like a small little clip. I couldn't get it transferred over, so I just screenshotted it. That's the screenshot.
Okay, but do you see how the screenshot is like zoomed in on your phone? Like I don't
Dude,
know how it's
because
part of your-
I cut only a small part of my phone
okay.
off. Okay.
So
It's
how is
not-
mine, John?
You need a body camera for next year.
I do. That would be great, Joe.
But
That
then
is a
like
good
look
idea.
at
Go
the
for
Get
look
one
at
of the
the
cops
cor-
to give me their vest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
look at the corners are rounded.
I
At
think
the
it's
top.
because off a screen, it's a screen record, like screen
No, it's
capture.
just-
None of
but
that
then you
makes
look
sense.
at Kevin's, which is out of this world. Look at the
Thank you.
clarity. It's like clearly HDR.
It's all right.
I
All right.
appreciate that, John. Thank you. Look,
Yeah,
at those,
man.
by the way, nice kicks, Tom.
Thank you.
Oh, those are
They're
nice.
so wide. I'm so impressed.
Marissa just watched them, actually. Funny enough.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Marissa, put your shoe cleaning recipe in chat,
Yeah.
please, because that's
Marissa-
super nice.
She's going to be super thrilled to hear you guys say
Yeah,
that.
nice
She literally
kicks.
just watched them right before that parade.
She did a good job.
Look at
Yeah.
that! Wow.
Look at that clarity, by the way.
Yeah, that is good job,
You
Kevin.
you're welcome, John.
Yeah.
John's assistant.
So, yeah, I worked my ass off that day.
Yeah,
we had
you
a good
did.
float. Everybody's drinking while I was working.
Oh, there's a great picture of the Notorious LMP made an appearance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She was
since had-
drinking Modelo
Yeah,
the whole time.
She was on the
At
float.
9
There-
a.m.
Yeah.
There she is.
Yep. There she
Notorious
is.
LMP sporting a McDermott for Mayor T-shirt with a Modelo.
And Crocs.
Oh yeah.
Black Crocs,
love
of
it.
course. She had all black on. I'm like, what the hell is the matter with you?
I asked her, I was
it's
like, "Aren't you
1,000
hot?"
degrees.
And she said, "My dad made me change my shirt."
Yeah, like, put on some clothes. Like, it's freaking, you're like in all black.
By the way, if you know Lynn's, you could see that she's sporting her new do. She's got hair all cut off.
Whoa.
She looks like her mom a lot.
Oh,
It's
there
crazy.
you go.
Yeah, when she cuts her hair short like that, she looks a lot like her mom. So,
Oh, look at this. You got lobster roll Phil
Yes.
and Eva. Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
So
All
it was a
working
good
the parade.
turnout.
Nice
But,
parade.
Man, I'm surprised we even had a show. Like, so Steve was in the studio yesterday talking to us about some business stuff.
Oh yeah, T-shirt, but new T-shirts,
Yeah.
new Lockpod swag is on the
Yeah.
way. Soft T-shirts.
Soft T-shirts, not
Oh,
those.
do we
heavy,
sell out
like,
all the other stuff?
No,
Oh.
we gave them
No.
to homeless people and they pissed on them because they suck so bad. They were like, "I'm not wearing this shit." Like a homeless
sandpaper?
person was saying that. Yeah, I was like, "Do you want? It keeps you warm." He's like, "Fuck you, Lockbot,
No,
whoever
wait.
you
We
are."
can't call
Like,
them homeless, right? What's the word?
I can whatever. dude.
Wait.
I lost my election. I can say whatever I want, man.
I think
Aren't
that's
you
the title of
currently
the
in an
show.
election?
What's that?
Are you currently in an election?
Oh shit, I am. No.
Oh, we're
That's
gonna
part
get
of-
into that too.
I'm
Oh, no.
unopposed. I can say whatever I want. But yeah, so Kevin and I are sitting here, and Steve was like being quiet, just letting us do our thing, and Kevin was fucking me up. It was like ridiculous, right, Kevin? This is totally like our computers
Well,
weren't
okay.
talking, and
You
it was
didn't-
obvious it was his computer. It was, and he was like made us go through every iteration to make sure it wasn't his computer, and as it turned out, it was his damn computer.
So this week has
It
been,
took us
this
20
week
minutes
has
to
been
go
a
through
little
that.
rough on Tom. He's had a busy week. It's after the 4th. He's been busy, so he comes in kind of already a little bit lit up, and so I would just added to it. He's just
It
like,
was so annoying.
He's like, "Are you screwing with me?" I was like, "No, it's not. It's not mine. It's yours." He's like, "It's not mine."
I told him, like, I went through every iteration. I'm like, we did this, we did this, we did this. It's obvious it's your fucking computer that's messed up, right?
And I was like, "No, it's not.
And
It's on
Kevin's
my
like,
phone."
no, it's
He's
not.
like,
It's yours. Did you try this? We did everything, and then finally he turned his computer off
Did you
and
try
on.
unplugging it and plugging it
That's
back?
what
Well,
I
it was,
finally did.
you know how you have to reboot like your
Yeah.
iPhone, and he had to do that. And it was like, it took us 20 minutes, and Steve was sitting there quietly watching us, and he goes, "I wish I was taping this."
He's
You
like,
could
"This
do-"
has to be a bit."
Yeah.
How
So-
could you not determine quickly
I could.
what the
I-
sound was coming from?
Because Kevin's never wrong, John. So, like,
Oh boy.
that's why Jana loves my part on this show. I love you too, Jana. Jana's favorite is Tom, I imagine, because I mess with her husband.
I
Says
suspect.
things a good wife can never say.
Yeah.
Oh, she says it.
I bet Jana hasn't watched a Lockbot episode since season 1, episode
Oh,
1.
no,
She's
no.
a
She's like,
binge.
I'm
She's a
out.
binge.
She's a binge. She's a binge listener.
Yeah,
She'll do it
Jana's
on the
a
road.
binge. She
Yeah.
binges us. Yeah.
Yep.
But she'll go weeks without listening to us, and then she'll listen to 14 episodes in
That's
a row.
it.
Yeah.
And she's really mad at me.
Whereas on the other end,
Wait, why?
No.
Vagina candles. And all
no,
this stuff.
no. Marissa listens to every episode and gives me real time.
Yeah, she's real time chatting.
Real
in the
time chatting.
chat.
Yep.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
All right, let's go do some ads. We come back. We got some stuff for you. You're going to be happy. We're going to come back and talk about underwear, mailbag. We got the Lockpod remote coming up. We want you.
Yes, that's important.
Talk a little bit about cocaine in the White House. And then into the third segment,
What everyone's always been waiting for.
sub talk. No,
Do
we
have
got
a
good
sound
stuff.
effect for that yet?
We should.
We're becoming like sub experts here. Thanks
to you, we're becoming sub
I got
experts.
new info. We're going to talk about it. I had one of my Navy buddies stop by this week. I was asking him if
Nice.
he's getting constant questions
Technical
about subs.
and
he was like, totally. Like, we're just a natural go-to.
I love it.
During submarine disasters. I'm a big fan of submarine disasters.
Why don't we have more submarine disasters
I
so
wish
we can have more
it
sub
was
talk?
a more regular thing. If there was more submarine disasters, I'd probably be
You
on
could be on
CNN.
CNN.
Dude,
I agree.
Instead of fucking Lockpod, I'd be on
Yes.
CNN.
What do we? Come on, submarine, start sinking.
What's going on? God damn it. Why am I on Lockpod? Why am I on Lockpod?
Yeah.
Why are we all
Why are we on
Lockpod?
I woke up asking myself. I was like, man, it was nice to be off on
I
Tuesday.
agree.
It was nice.
Oh,
wasn't
it
it?
was so nice.
But we only have
Two more.
Two more.
That's right. We
Season
have
9
1
is
week
winding
from today.
down.
You guys have to let us go for a while.
All right, let's do some ads, come back, and we got a bunch of stuff to talk about,
All
so
right.
stay tuned.
Cantrell and Cantrell, attorneys at law. Are you injured? Are you in trouble with the law? If so, give us a call and schedule a consultation today with somebody who's in the court and at the jail every day. Call John Cantrell at 219-554-4LAW. That's 219-554-4529. Or visit their website. When I say there, I'm talking about Kristen Cantrell. Who's
John's not
I thought you were going to
Yeah.
rap there for a minute.
Really? Did it sound like a rap?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh God, do it.
I couldn't. I blanked. I'm not that fast yet.
That was good.
Visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com. John and his wife Kristen make a great team and are waiting to hear from you.
Rogers Roofing. When you want the best for your home and family, trust the best in the business. Rogers Roofing. Rogers Roofing has transformed homes in Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland for more than 54 years, providing quality roofing, siding, gutters, windows, all backed by the best warranties in the industry. To learn more and to schedule your free consultation, visit rogersroofing.com or call 219-933-9145 today. That's Rogers Roofing, 219-933-9145. And remember, at Rogers Roofing, excellence is expected every time.
Are you facing legal challenges and you don't know where to turn? Look no further than Kuklakis
Kuklakis.
Law, your trusted source for legal advice in Indiana and Illinois. Do you need representation buying or selling real estate? Call Kuklakis Law. Do you need help forming your business? Call Kuklakis Law. Did you get injured in a car crash or at your job? Call Kuklakis Law. No matter what your legal issue is, call Kuklakis Law at 219-671-6347 for a free consultation. Hablamos Español.
Kuklakis Law, the best law firm in Northwest Indiana.
That sponsors Lockpod.
Cantrell's like, what the
Oh, wait. That's right.
He knows
John
about
and
it.
Kristen, I apologize.
I love it when Kevin reads
they're all
Kuklakis
even.
Law. We all did that on purpose.
Yeah.
You
Make
should
Kevin
read
read
all
it.
the law ones.
He's slicing his own throat at the same
When
time.
Smith Sursick shuts its doors, we'll know who to blame.
Kuklakis!
Do you need help forming a new law firm because you're shut down?
Who are you going to call?
Kuklakis Law.
Kuklakis!
Kuklakis buys them.
Yes. Merger and acquisition.
As long as he gives us free rent like Smith Sursick does.
I'll be
I'm
working
in.
for John and Kristen soon.
That's right. Misprint Printing. Misprint specializes in delivering the highest quality signs and printing on time and under budget. Misprint's experience and technology allows them to offer custom, commercial, on-demand printing and sign solutions. Rick Baltensberger and his team have served Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana markets for over 30 years. They have 2 convenient locations to serve you in Munster and in Hammond. Sorry, I forgot that.
Ding, ding, ding. Yes, Jill.
Hey, Prestmer Insurance. The Ron J. Prestmer Insurance Agency has been located for decades right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all your insurance needs. Oh, this sounds like the roofing one. Very similar.
Yeah, it is.
Huh. It's like somebody copied and pasted.
Come on.
Hey. They specialize in a wide variety of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much more. The Prestmer Agency serves over 1,000 people and businesses in all Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ron, Ronnie, or Michael at 219-844-0103.
Ronnie, I promise I'll be calling you today. I know you'll be call.
Hey,
Lies.
5K run on Saturday. It's supposed to rain.
It's on.
is.
On, buddy.
If it's pouring rain, it's on.
On.
Okay.
People are running in the rain.
It's
All
a
right.
wet
Be
T-shirt
ready.
contest at this
Because,
point.
well, my employees, if they beat me with the handicap, they
Phil
get,
was like, I'm turning 50, man. All I got to do is beat Mayor Tom now.
really?
Mhm.
Well, he's gonna be fine. I'm sure.
I think you got him.
I got a hurt foot.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
All right, employees, make sure you
I
register.
do. I
Get
have a
your
hurt
day
foot.
off.
Like I haven't been running because I have a hurt foot, which means I've been swimming, which is not going to help me much in the 5K. I've been swimming a lot though, so
Well, the good thing is you're used to water then, so if it rains, you'll be just fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, got some mailbag.
Oh.
Got it this morning. It was a good one. I put it right on the show.
Thank you, John.
Mailbag.
Oh yeah.
Not even prompted.
Kevin gets excited every time that happens.
I mean, It is one of my favorite noises
It's like
here at the
it's like foreplay for Kevin.
studio. Yeah. John, where are we going for breakfast?
Like, John, could you do that for Jana? She could play it.
Teach her that.
Wouldn't be the first time, Tom.
Jesus.
This just got weird.
Love you, Jana.
Sorry, Jana.
Viral.
Okay, mailbag from AU. Let's just say that. Ayaga U.
Oh, Ayaga you.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound real.
Gonzaga?
Well,
What?
it's
Ayaga?
mailbag. It's mailbag.
Ayaga you.
Dear Lockpod, I am
Dear
contacting...
Lockpod.
Yeah. Dear Lockpod.
What?
Whoa.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
coming for all of us.
Usually
coming
it's
at
like Dear Mayor Tom.
It's actually Dear Lockpod Locomotive.
All right.
Oh, that's
right,
all
good
you,
enough.
baby.
All
This
right.
is a fan.
I am contacting... This is an excellent opportunity for me personally. So you guys...
This
can
Oh,
see
it
me a lot.
always
This is in the
is.
category of why am I on Lockpod?
This is where I'm going. I don't know about you guys.
All right.
Okay, this was
Is it
sent
to the
me.
Grateful Dead concert?
No. I am contacting you for a possible partnership.
Oh, Lockpod out.
I'm looking to transfer $20.5 million of U.S. dollars to your country for an investment under your assistance.
Oh, yeah, that's
This
legit.
is freaking
Uh-huh.
excellent.
Sounds like it's
If you are interested, reply me through this email address.
good
And he gave
English
me,
too.
Mm-hmm.
Best regards, Dr. Aaron Jr.
I thought it was.
Oh, it's
Freaking
legit.
doctor.
There's a doctor. Yeah.
Doctor, right? I'm freaking in.
Are you
dude.
in?
I'm going to be rich. You guys will be sitting here on Lockpod, and I'll be freaking
No, we
basking
won't.
in
There will be no
glory.
season 10.
Dude,
We won't be here.
Dude, I'm going to make millions off
Can
of
I
this.
ask you,
Dr. Aaron Jr. and I,
You're in.
business, dude, I'm business partners with this
already.
guy. Yeah.
We got to get him on the pod.
What?
I got this going for me.
You know,
guys are
as
just jealous.
a Cubs fan, I'm a little aggravated with your choice of where this week. I mean, they're playing the Yankees all weekend, and you got a Yankees.
Oh my
jersey
God,
on.
I didn't even think
So
about
it's
that.
like you're rooting for the Yankees.
No,
not
I'm
the
not rooting
Cubbies?
for the Yankees, but I got the Rizzo jersey on.
All right. Well, he plays
Do
for
a
the he
twirl
plays for
for
the
us.
Yankees now. By the way, if we didn't
Good
know
point.
that,
Good point. I just
So-
wore it because it's cool looking and it matched my shorts.
and they happen to be playing in the Bronx today.
It's a Rizzo jersey killer.
All right.
You know it is.
So you're still
I'm a-
Cubbies.
I could wear this to Wrigley Field. Nobody would beat me up. If I wore it to Wrigley Field when the Yankees are playing, that would be a
Fair,
bad move.
fair.
But I fucked up. Okay, I wore it on the day the Cubs were playing the Yankees.
Yes.
I'm a Cubs fan.
All right.
All right.
All right.
I'll
Just
take-
making
want me to
that,
take it
just
off?
making that clear. No,
I
no,
put this on.
no. We talked about.
Do it.
We talked
Wouldn't
about
be the
bare-
first time.
We were talking about bare-chested
Yeah, it
videos
was
earlier, but
yeah, you guys will like pull in on. Oh, dude, check this out. Impulse buying.
Oh,
So I'm a TikToker. You know that.
Here we
'Cause
go.
I was
Oh,
kicked
we
off
know.
Twitter. And
Yeah.
I don't know if
Get
you
on
guys know
Threads
that.
now.
I was kicked off Twitter and fucking
Getting on.
Twitter, man. Seriously, I hope Elon Musk lose every.
that's why we're
penny.
going to get on Threads, man.
I'm never going to participate. In fact, I want to pull off City Hammond off Twitter, all that. Let's just say.
Wait, didn't Mark
love it. I
Zuckerberg
lo-
challenge him
I don't
to
care.
a fight?
Dude,
That's
they
a-
kicked me off. They kicked me off, Kevin. I'm the freaking
Yes.
mayor.
Mhm.
And you want to still
We're
have the
getting you
City
back
Hammond's
on.
No, you're not. Nobody's doing that.
Did
And
they
Yes.
kick you off?
No,
They kicked me off.
He forgot his password.
Yeah,
no,
I
I
think
didn't forget my fucking password. He kicked me off.
All right.
You kicked
I think
yourself
there's-
off. You forgot your password.
Puts a
Bro.
Yankees jersey on. He acts like he's from New York. He's all pissed off.
Yeah. Hold
So
on
anyway.
a second. I don't think they kicked you off, but
They kicked me off.
Okay.
Yes. All right, we'll go with that.
I ordered underwear off of TikTok.
Jesus.
Wait a minute. For that to even happen, first of all, I didn't even know you could do that.
I don't want to have this picture up for long, dude. I'm going to show this real quick.
Secondly,
That's what I'm going to look like.
wait. How is that even in your algorithm? Like, that, like
What are you talking about?
It was a
well, you know,
mile.
you
Don't
make
you
fun of
don't
me
wear-
like, oh, cats.
You
are
don't
in
wear
your-
underwear? I wear
Yes,
underwear.
I
my
wear
bad.
underwear.
You freaking
But like, this is
commando
kinda-
right now?
No, I'm not. But
Like
this is-
yeah. Sometimes underwear pops up in my algorithm
I love how
because
you
I wear
use the
underwear.
coupon, dude.
What's
Buy
that?
one, get one, 40% off. Okay.
Yeah.
BOGO.
BOGO.
Look at you.
Buy one get one free. Yeah.
All right, so Tom looks like this now, right? Is that the idea?
I think that's what did it.
Oh
Wait,
my-
did you order that because like you were like, oh,
Is that Ben Stombaugh?
no, it's Bradley Cooper.
Dude.
It's Nikki Haley.
Okay, so the guy's super good looking in the ad, right? And maybe that had something to
Were
do
you like,
with.
I might look like this.
I think I do look like that. So I want to look like
This
that with
is why
those
Tom
underwear
is
on.
mayor. He is ultimate confidence.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, you do.
Okay, so like if it was an uglier person, maybe I don't order those underwear.
Fair.
And this dude has a humongous bulge too.
Okay. Why?
Actually, I
does.
don't think it's humongous.
It's freaking
Wait a minute.
disproportionately
Why are we-
large. I
No,
think
it's-
it's like doctored.
That's large?
That looks pretty.
Well, I don't
Ladies
know,
in
John, you
chat, is
tell
that a
me.
large
I'm fucking
bulge?
Irish, man.
If
What
that
do you
looks
think?
large, we have bigger problems. here
Irish
for
aren't
Tom.
known
Tom's
for
like,
humongous.
It's
Like,
like, look at that ball.
it's huge for an Irish man. Okay.
Jill, can you help us out here? Is that a large
No,
bulge?
I cannot help you at all.
Just like we already went on our date.
So basically, this dude is like packing downstairs, and he's super fit. and I ordered some underwear. I just want to see what it's like. Okay, what's the big deal?
I was like, why don't I look like that when I put it on?
I'm gonna wear them to Lockpod.
Oh,
We'll
no,
talk about
please
it.
Don't.
You ordered the Jewy 807.
Jew times one. 4-pack.
Yeah.
Wait, it's called Ultra Thin Ice Silk. Okay,
Right.
wait now. Let's just look at that. Marissa, get ready. You're getting Ultra Thin Ice Silk.
The Jewies.
On top.
Jewyes.
4-pack.
JEWYEE 807. I don't know what
Times
that
one.
means. So if you're interested, type in JEWYEE 807 times 1.
And you can get
That's
a
it.
BOGO
You can
coupon
get these.
for
You'll see the picture we're
40%
talking
off.
about. You'll get buy one get one free, and you'll get these invisible
You
underwear.
got orange ones?
I was going to
I
ask
don't
you,
know,
did you get
dude.
orange?
They pre-ordered. I don't care what color they are. They're my
I
underwear.
believe you bought underwear on
Can we
TikTok, dude.
can we get Marissa to take a picture of you and him so we can do a side by side?
Yes, yes, you can.
Oh my God! Please, please.
I'm gonna have to like Photoshop my bulge.
I think that was the best part of this. Like, did you see that huge bulge on that guy? And John's like, that's not it.
I'm Irish, dude.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, man.
Marissa said
that was
nope.
Fun. No, Marissa said no.
Yeah. Oh shit, she's listening.
So does Steve need to order mannequins, is what you're saying?
Yeah, we might need to do that.
Wow.
Good. Well, congratulations on your purchase.
My pleasure. I'm gonna be wearing them next
Our
show.
pleasure.
That's
Yeah.
the show. Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Like, where do we go from here?
I'm officially unopposed, so I can make.
Congratulations, by
Thank
the way.
you. By the way, I'm officially unopposed. I didn't even think about it. I woke up and somebody congratulated me. I'm like, what?
By the way, this was all after an effort by Tom to ruin all of our summers and have to worry about a campaign
I like
because
campaigns.
he challenged somebody. Like, come on,
I'm
anybody
like
want
getting
to
victories.
run against me?
I'm getting
Let's
victories
go.
for
Thank
doing
you
nothing.
to every Republican in Hammond that didn't throw their name in
All 10
the
of you.
ring.
Yeah.
But good job. No,
Thank you.
seriously, I think it goes
And
to
10 of you, and John is one of them.
Yeah, you're welcome.
One of them, 10%.
John didn't run
10%.
against you.
That would be make for a fun season.
That would
Like
be
John
awesome.
and Tom run against
John
each
versus
other.
Tom.
Like there's some like horrible vile shit getting leaked about me, and then we come in and do a show.
Like, hey guys, let's talk about Tom's underwear.
and just keeps flashing John for mayor on the screen.
Yes, the big yellow.
Yes. But seriously, I mean, congrats, because
No, thanks.
I think it goes towards showing what you've done for Hammond and
It's
what
a
a
team.
leader you
It's a
are.
team
and-
effort.
Yeah, but
It really is team effort.
You are the
We all know that.
locomotive, and we appreciate it.
I am the locomotive of a great team, and it's a team effort. And I haven't had an opponent as mayor in 12 years.
That's
Well,
great.
8 years at this point. It'll be 12 years at the end of this term.
Testament to your leadership.
So, I mean, a decade, I haven't had anybody even run against me, Republican or Democrat. That's pretty impressive.
That's awesome.
I'll take it.
Yes.
And
Thanks,
then you're
man.
going to be a stay-at-home dad after this term, right?
Yeah. It's retirement time.
Yeah.
I'm like analyzing fishing rods and stuff like that at this point.
Underwear, fishing rods.
Thinking about getting an RV and just like driving around by myself.
You would be a good
Because Marissa's gonna
RVer.
work a long time. She's got to support my lifestyle.
Mhm.
So
Hit the road
No,
with the dead.
those TikTok underwear.
dude, when I'm
They're
when
not
I'm on the
cheap.
road, gas ain't cheap in RVs. And,
True.
I mean,
I think we've seen the future of Tom.
yeah, man.
I could
Go-
see you.
Oh, I could
traveling
see him
around,
totally in an RV.
going to concerts
Yeah, man.
just all over the country.
Why does he always go to Michigan? Don't worry about it.
Forget about
It's
it.
just like
It's just
driving
one
around.
stop on his RV trip. Well, good job. Congrats.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
You and we have an event coming up.
Yeah.
And this is important for our listeners and for our viewers and for all Lock Potters. Earlier in the season, we laughed and joked about Tom winning a live auction at the White and Robertsdale Chamber of Commerce.
$300, baby.
And he threw it out there right away, and then no one bid against him. But the good thing is for all of
Which
us,
was not the plan. I wasn't supposed to win this. I was
just
trying to
trying to
drive
get
up the
started.
vote.
but that's okay.
Everybody was
Gotcha.
being nice. They're like, "You
Gotcha,
really want
bitch."
this?" Yeah, right. I was like, $300, and everybody's like, "Okay."
I'm
take
not
it.
bidding against the mayor.
Sold.
Sold.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but the upside for our Lock Potters is that we have an event coming up, our first kind of remote, fun, come meet the crew. Jill, John, myself, Tom.
I don't know
Notorious
what date
LMP.
this is. I have
You'll
not
be there.
committed to
yes,
this.
you're on it.
You're in there. You're in there.
August 2nd at 7. Also, a lot of our sponsors are going to be there. So if you are interested as a Lock Potter in coming to the Oilman Stadium in Whiting, we have a box. We have, by the way, everybody coming will have a free food voucher from Lockpod.
What?
Courtesy
Boxes
Lockpod.
there?
Yes.
Food voucher.
I'm
Yes.
calling it right now. This is the event of the summer.
Oh my God!
Right
August
Yeah,
2nd.
Lil Wayne, back off.
Lockpod's
Lockpod
having
at
a remote.
Oilman Stadium.
August
Lockpod
2nd,
remote.
7 p.m. If you're interested in coming and being one of our guests, we have some limited tickets left. Please get a hold of Steve at lockpod.com. That's Steve at LOCPOD.com.
And stop
Will-
sending him pictures of your dicks. Okay, like he does not appreciate that. He keeps getting them in the email.
No dick pics.
Steve at lockpod.com. Do not send dick pics.
I
Are
don't
we
know where that came
tailgating
from.
before?
That's a good idea.
Oh, yeah. Set that up, Jill.
Byway fruit truck.
Kevin?
Byway food truck.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Tailgate
we could
from it.
coordinate.
All right.
Yeah.
Steve,
Get
work
on it,
this.
Steve. Steve at lockpod.com.
Great idea, Jill.
I'm looking for a good soundbite to play after this little segment. I can't, I don't know what this Trump one is. Maybe this will be relevant.
Okay.
I love the poorly educated.
Okay, no, that's not it.
Our
That's
lock
not it.
potters
How
are
about this?
very
An
well
unfortunate presentation that just
Nope.
was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That'd have been good
Anyways,
with the
just
underwear.
Banjo.
Yeah, that would've
Banjo,
been-
we're on the road, John. Come on.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Lockpod
right.
on the road. Oilman Stadium, August 2nd, 7 o'clock, against the Corn Dogs. Come on out and enjoy the crew. Free food vouchers. Email Steve at lockpod.com if you want to go.
Don't send him dick pics.
No dick pics.
Yeah, that was a good disclaimer at the end. All right, Steve at lockpod.com.
Steve specifically said, stop it. It's getting old with the dick
We
pics.
hope to see you there.
At Steve at lockpod.com.
Yes.
Oh, and Steve's in the chat.
Thank
yeah.
you, Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
He
did
said
it.
he's
we
really
did it for
sick
you.
of dick pics.
Might
All
even
right.
have
yeah.
some new T-shirts there. We'll see.
All right. So, hey,
Yep.
there was some cocaine found in the White House.
Yeah.
People go through the White House all the time. It
Yes,
could have
they
been
do.
anybody's cocaine.
Yet.
Naturally, Hunter Biden pops to the top of the suspect list.
By
Obviously.
Donald Trump.
But still, it's unfortunate. The poor kid's got a problem.
Yeah.
And then, of course, cocaine's mysteriously found in the White House. Naturally,
He was
Hunter
just
Biden.
there.
He was just there.
Oh, jeez.
Did you see the video of when he was there and
Yes.
Joe Biden was like, "Do you have a copy of that?" John, could you pull
let
that
me
up?
pull it up while you guys are talking. yeah.
Dude, you could see he comes walking out on the patio of the White House, and the president's there, and it's the president's kid, and Jill was literally, you could see the first lady, she could you
Keeping
could
an
tell-
eye on him?
No,
Like side-eyeing him?
You could tell her face was totally uncomfortable, and you know how that look is. You'll see it in a second. You could see it in her face. She's like, "Oh my god, I wish this guy would leave," and he was looked like he was stoned off his ass. For the record,
Maybe.
Did you find it, John?
You know.
No, I'm still.
I found it on TikTok this morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you love TikTok.
Yeah, I'm not seeing
So-
it.
Dude,
all
you know
right,
why?
so-
Because I was kicked off Twitter.
I know. Well,
Elon Musk, Marissa's theory with Twitter all along, and I told her she was crazy, but she's looking like she's right. Her theory all along was he was given money to destroy Twitter.
to
Wow.
tank it.
Marissa said that over a year ago. Now tell me, this guy is ruining Twitter. He's ruined it. He's pissed off. I will never, ever go back to Twitter. It's screw Twitter. Screw Elon Musk. Screw you.
But
you know,
why,
You're going to be
though?
on Threads soon.
Why
because
would you want to take it down?
they kicked me off. We tried.
No, not you. In general, why would somebody pay him to
Agree.
implode?
She thinks the Saudis
just-
are involved. You're gonna have to get,
Oh,
Wow,
I don't
that's
care that
deep.
much.
Marissa thinks the
That is
Saudis
deep.
and him are involved in the takedown Twitter, which
All right.
to me doesn't because. And I'm sorry, baby, that I'm unveiling your
Conspiracy theory.
conspiracy theory on Lockpod. I didn't talk to her about this, so I'm digging a hole here. But it's apparent to me that Elon Musk is not making decisions in the best interest.
That I would
It
agree
looks
with.
rough.
Right? Even not so advertising is their main source of revenue. Even saying if you're not on Twitter, I can't view Twitter because I'm not on Twitter. So I can't even look at the ads, so why would you advertise with Twitter? If the only people that could look at our ads are the people on Twitter and you're kicking everybody off.
I thought you could just go to twitter.com and just scroll
Didn't they
through.
limit
Not
how
anymore.
many
They're limiting
posts you
how many
could
you
view
can
in a
look.
day?
That's a new
Right.
thing, Kevin.
Wow.
Yeah, they're limiting
That's
how many
ridiculous.
posts. And then once you hit it, boop, it turns off. It's you can't even look at the ads if you want to, if you're a non-Twitter person.
Wow.
Me, they kicked me off. I tried to get back on. They said, screw you. So now I can't even look at their ads. So an advertiser is why am I advertising on Twitter? This jagoff is in charge of it. He's doing everything he can to undermine it.
Weirdo.
It's weird, dude. And it's going out of business. Short Twitter, everybody.
Get on Threads. I'm getting
Get on Threads. I'm
today.
going to also. But so anyway, we're back on cocaine.
Yes, back to cocaine.
Yeah, we are.
In the White
Speaking
House.
of,
In the White House. My bad.
I can't find the video, by the way.
Really?
well,
It's almost
this is
like mainstream
interesting.
media
So,
censored it.
Originally,
It was on TikTok when I saw it, but
Exactly. TikTok is now the uncensored way to get news, man.
Agree. I see a lot of what's going on in Ukraine that nobody's talking about locally.
Yeah.
It is so ugly what's going on right now. They're talking about blowing up the power plants over there.
Yes,
And,
again.
it's they're trading accusation. Why would Ukraine want to blow up a nuclear power plant in their own country?
makes no sense.
But they're literally Russia's trying to convince people Ukraine's about
Yes.
to do is a dirty bomb and blow up their own plant.
And so when it blows up, when they blow it up, they're going to say, "See, we told you, Ukraine
But
blew up their own power
if it
plant."
does, Fukushima in Japan, we had a meltdown there. You can't go to Fukushima for the next 10,000 years. It's unusable. Why would Ukraine blow up a nuclear plant in the middle of their country so that whole area will be What's that area in Russia? What's that one called?
Chernobyl.
You can't use that area. It's hundreds
3
of
Mile
miles.
Island.
You know, but like in Chernobyl, it's hundreds
Yes.
of miles.
Yes.
Neighborhoods, it's just like a ghost town
Ghost
now.
town.
Like, why would Ukraine do that to themselves?
They wouldn't.
They wouldn't. This is obviously going on with Russia, and if they blow up a nuclear power plant, if they're even brinksmanship, that's not good for anybody in the world, dude. That is not good. Like,
yeah, I don't get it. I mean, it's pretty easy to see through what they're doing. I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get why that people. I don't know why Putin believes that people are going to believe his bullshit.
Agreed.
But I don't know. He's a propaganda machine. I guess he thinks it's going to work, but I don't.
How'd we get on this with cocaine in the White House?
TikTok.
It's cocaine. Once we got on cocaine, it went haywire.
As it normally does.
So this is what Donald Trump said about the cocaine being found in the White House. I'm going to do it in Trump voice.
He posted this?
He posted this on
Truth
Truth
Social.
Social. And it's got to be true if it's on Truth Social, right?
Absolutely.
Does anybody really believe that the cocaine found in the West Wing of the White House, very close to the Oval Office, is for the use of anybody other than Hunter and Joe Biden? Trump wrote on Truth Social.
Oh, Joe's on coke too now?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
The whole family.
Right.
Jill, too.
Has deranged Jack Smith, the crazy Trump-hating special prosecutor, been seen in the area of the cocaine? What? He looks like a crackhead to me, says What? He's calling a federal prosecutor a crackhead.
That's
I wouldn't do that.
What?
Ballsy.
The fuck
It is
this guy-
stupid.
It's a federal prosecutor. You don't fuck with these people. This
No.
guy's an idiot. Donald Trump is a fucking moron.
Well, we know that.
he's like, you don't do that to the U.S. attorney.
I just think I really think he thinks there's going to be like a revolt, and if he gets thrown in
Right.
jail, he's going to get pardoned,
That's
or
it.
someone's going to jailbreak him or something.
He is taunting the FBI. He is taunting the special prosecutor in his case. What's that going to do? It's going to make you work even harder.
Embolden them.
What the hell is the matter with this guy? It's
He looks like a crackhead.
he's
I mean,
calling
oh my
the special
God.
prosecutor a crackhead. These
There
guys,
you go. That's a good strategy, Donnie.
his lawyers are like,
well,
could you
that's
imagine?
why.
Because like every attorney knows, you're like raised to respect the federal government, the feds, the U.S. attorney.
Of course.
Every lawyer knows when you're charged with the crime to shut the hell up, right? Don't taunt them, you idiot.
I love that Michael Cohen yesterday called one of Trump's lawyers a moron. Boris. He said he's
did
a
he?
moron.
Either that or he's just being dominated by his client.
Well, probably.
Could you
that
imagine
too. He
having
called
a-
him a lapdog and a moron, which I could believe.
Kevin, can you imagine, like as tough as I am as the mayor, can you imagine if your client was the former president?
No.
Because they're
I don't think
obviously-
I wouldn't. I don't know. I mean, I think people want to represent him just because they can say they represented Donald Trump.
Right.
But number one, they're getting stiffed most
Yeah,
of the time,
true.
and
You'll
number
get
two,
famous, though.
it's an impossible client. You have no control over your client. So-
Right.
I love how this is the headline you guys picked for today. It's not that there's cocaine in the White House, number one, nor that, and I
I didn't
everyone's
pick that.
thinking it's
I
Hunter.
didn't pick that.
Someone put in here. This is the tilt. Trump really wants to believe the White House cocaine belonged to Biden.
I think it really does.
Yeah, but
that was Kevin.
like a lot of people are thinking that.
Why?
Why?
You
Why?
really think Hunter Biden?
Do you think he's
you
leaving
really
cocaine
think
around?
Absolutely, yes.
Oh,
He's not
John, are
leaving
you
cocaine.
joking?
Kevin, he was just
John.
he's been hanging out with Papa Biden for like weeks, like Camp David. Of course it's his coke. Kevin, why are you laughing at
I think
this?
it's crazy.
Everyone is thinking this.
Not
you
everyone,
guys
John.
are
You are thinking this.
You are the minority.
You and
here.
all your, you and
Dude,
all your people.
Are you serious right now?
Okay, hold on.
I
Hold
am
on.
very
Hold
serious.
on. Let me
It is
let me
not
read
Hunter
this.
Biden's cocaine.
Let me.
Oh my
It could-
God.
it was in a well-traveled area, but
Yes.
not in the lobby area. First thought found in or near a group of cubby holes near the Situation Room.
Yes.
near where staff and Navy mess area, as well as where the private tours take place.
Right. It's a very well-traveled area. I don't even
They're
think
doing
it's near-
DNA testing on it,
correct, and fingerprint
and
testing.
it's a small amount.
Yep.
By the way, I seriously doubt it was a sailor. I seriously doubt it was anybody in military, including the federal prosecutor. Okay, these people are drug tested regularly. I was in the Navy. You're drug tested regularly. I don't see a Navy officer working in the White House, any military personnel working in Washington D.C. doing drugs.
I just don't see
you're
Hunter
screened very
Biden
well.
in this using a cubby hole like to leave his stuff in. I'm going to leave my coke here. And by the way, this is another interesting thing I thought the U.S. Secret Service is kind of already setting up the fact that they don't think they're going to solve the crime because they said that like the video there is wide angle, so you can't really see. It's such a small,
unbelievable.
Right, I agree with that, John. I agree with you there. They're setting it up like we're not going to be able to solve it.
If you see Hunter Biden anywhere near this area where it was found,
agreed, fair.
But
he's not near. He's not going to be around this area.
I saw that video though, man.
It's like the business area.
I want to pull up that TikTok. I'm telling you, because you see Joe Biden's face.
Yeah,
she was looking at the president, and I know that look. I've seen that look. Seen that look many times. The look was, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. She was looking at him. Yes. Because the media is all filming him, and he looked high.
Yeah.
I don't know how long ago it was taken, John. Do you know, John?
No.
He looked high. He did.
They also said if they were able to determine who this was, it'd only be a misdemeanor. So it's not like that. Like there's a kilo in somebody's cubby hole down by the Situation Room.
And again, like hunters or not, like there's cocaine in the White House. It's kind of a big deal. I imagine there's a lot of cocaine going around D.C. But like, whose was it? You know.
So hold it.
It is curious. You'll never know.
John,
you'll never know.
So John, I'm gonna like change the scenario a little bit. Okay. So you're walking through City Hall and Hammond City Hall, and somebody finds a joint. Do you naturally say it's fucking mayor's joint, right?
Obviously.
Dude, what a dick, dude.
John would.
That's some bullshit,
John
man.
would. I
what
would.
a dick. Who does that? Thank you, Kevin.
You know, I might.
He's just naturally like, oh, it's the mayor's.
Right? That's where John's at.
Right? That's
I only
bullshit,
know
John.
one
That's
person who
discrimination.
filmed a 420 commercial.
You did. I thought you were behind the
discriminating against
camera.
me.
Oh, that's
Vesmar.
right.
You're discriminating against me. Don't be doing that.
No, you're right. There's a lot of traffic.
That's right. It could have been
you know,
anybody's
I'm
joint.
not saying it's 100% hunters.
But I would take it into custody though, because it's illegal. You don't
I
want
hope
these
they
things
take
laying
this
around.
premise
We'd
and
call
make the
the PD.
sequel to Cocaine Bear. Like I hope he goes to the White House.
Cocaine Bear 2,
Bear, right?
the sequel. Cocaine Bear is at the White House.
That movie was better than I thought it was going to be.
You watched
it?
Yeah, you didn't. You brought it up. You didn't watch it?
No.
It was really
Who
entertaining,
watches
guys.
Cocaine Bear?
Watch Cocaine
John
Did you
Bear.
go to the movie to see the Cocaine Bear?
No,
No, he was looking for Hunter Biden.
All right, I'm gonna check it out. It's
Cocaine
good.
Bear.
Yeah, it's really good.
All right, I'll check it
All
out.
right, it's on the list.
All right, let's do some ads. We come back, do some sub talk.
Oh,
It's worth it, guys.
Stay tuned. We have
We're
a
gonna-
sub-expert here.
We do, and it's worth it. More information's coming out about the implosion, and it's terrifying. So stick around. We'll talk a little bit. All right. Let's start off with Tortillas Nuevo Leon, which is the gold standard in Mexican cuisine. Let me tell you something real quick about Tortillas Nuevo Leon.
Yes.
Marissa goes to the Mexican place on Kennedy. It's real good. All right. She gets tamales. She gets salsas and all this. And I'm used to just like chowing on the chips. And I was sitting there and we had like a bowl out and I was eating it. This is dead serious. And I was like, where'd you get these chips, Marissa? I didn't know what they were. I'm like, they're freaking great. And I'm a connoisseur of Mexican food. And she like pulls it out. We didn't know. Tortillas Nuevo
Look
Leon.
at you with the famous red and white logo.
Dead serious. I had no idea what it was.
Did
I
you
was
start
like,
singing the
Tortillas Nuevo Leon. Eso es gonna.
Tortillas Nuevo León.
Eso todo. Tortillas familia. Todo.
Tortillas Nuevo León.
It's up with the
para ti y tu familia. De todo corazón.
Apologies.
Apologies, Eli. Apologies to the whole Martinez family.
Humming along. So
That's great.
All right, let's do some bug guy.
All right, the Bug Guy Pest Control. Warmer temperatures mean unwanted guests such as ants, spiders, wasps, mosquitoes, and more shut down their party before they get started. A comprehensive pest plan from the Bug Guy will help you enjoy the great outdoors as well as the indoors all summer long. To solve your pest problem or start a preventative plan, call the Bug Guy today and tell the pest he's on the way. Call Brian at 219-810-7481. John, you better get on it. Call the Bug Guy.
Yep.
You didn't do that yet?
Call the Bug Guy. Call the Bug Guy. Call the Bug Guy.
Calumet Brewing. Whether you're on the golf course or just spending a day in the sun, Michelob Ultra with only 95 calories, 6.2 carbs, and 4.2% ABV is the perfect beer for a summer day. Michelob Ultra brews a light lager that's worth every single sip. Don't just drink it, enjoy it. You can also head over to the Michelob Ultra websites and social media pages for details on this great family of beers. Enjoy the Ultra lifestyle style.
With beer.
Yeah, with beer.
And cheers.
You're right.
Responsibly.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Was that a
Sriracha.
teabag on your face?
There's a teabag on my face.
Reminds
yeah.
me of a story from
on
LA.
my fake face. Powering America. Are you looking for a new career? Are you looking for a new career in 2023? If so, are you looking to earn a competitive wage? Are you looking to earn a competitive wage while you gain valuable hands-on
Yeah.
experience?
In
As an
2023?
electrician, if you're looking for all these things, I got an answer for you. Oh, did you also want benefits?
You're trying to do a
Including
full right.
health insurance, including pension, including annuity.
In 2023?
If you want all these things, I got the perfect answer
You're
for
running
you.
out of time if you want it in 2023.
Yeah. Hurry.
Yeah. Visit Powering America or jacked697.org.
Jacked.
That's JACT697.org. Sponsoring by Powering America, sponsors of LockPod since season 1. Thank you to Powering America for believing in us when nobody knew what a LockPod was. Now it's a famous disease.
LOCPOD.
Yes.
I got the LockPod, and it itches like a bitch.
It's a fever. You got a fever?
I got a fever.
I got a fever.
All right, so more information is coming out on Titan, and we all want to think that they were just cruising along happily when all of a sudden it imploded. I think that's what everybody wants to think.
Nice to think that.
Because if they knew what was going on, it would be
Scary.
it would be freaking terrifying.
Yes.
Being 7,000 feet underwater and your hull is failing and you can't exactly shoot up to the top real quick because I don't know why they couldn't shoot up real quick. I mean, our submarine could shoot up real quick.
Really?
Oh yeah, American Navy subs.
But like, so
If
But
we
they
were,
have-
at,
it's probably the window.
it could be the window.
in my mind,
Like we didn't have windows. Yeah, that's a good point, Joe.
could you tell me what, I mean, just I want context here, real quick. Like, what does that mean?
What's that?
When you say, "Oh, we shot up, we could shoot up real quick," is
let's
that like-
say we were at 500 feet,
Okay.
and we did an emergency blow.
Okay.
We'd be on the surface in like 20 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have to
What
fill
would
like
what
a
would
ballast
cause
with
an
air?
emergency blow?
You have flooding or there's something wrong or there's a fire. Because like during fires, one of the things, we're in a tin can, so you want to get to the surface and vent. So we'd pull in fresh air and kick out the smoke. Because fires on a ship, I've been on the ship when we had a fire, on the boat when we had a fire a couple times and it fills
Really?
up real quick.
A couple times, you've been on the sub
yeah,
or
we
the.
had- Dude, yeah, we were in the engine room. You're gonna have fires, like nothing major. We had one that was like electrical, and I de-energized it from the electric plant, which
And
was
do
my
you have
job.
to? Do you have to
That was my job.
get up on
Kevin,
top
he got
quickly?
an extra $100 to be there.
That's right. No, like my job on the electric plant, which was my senior watch station, underway, is if there was a fire, I had to know where that fire was powered from on my panel, so that and you would literally just start turning stuff off on my panel, and you better get it right. So like if they were like there was a fire in the starboard, circuit breaker, I have to know where that starboard circuit breaker is powered from and de-energize it. And if I do my job right, the fire goes out instantaneously.
Sounds like you should have gotten a medal for that.
I was really good at my job. And all of us were. We were trained like we were trained perfectly.
Yeah,
honestly,
'cause that's gotta
I
be
knew
stressful.
everything about
A
my
fire?
job. I knew if this failed, where to go. We had them. Like it happens in shipyard. We had a couple of them, and it's just dangerous.
Yeah. All
But
right.
so anyway, transcripts are coming out that go in between Titan and Polar
Prince,
Prince,
kind of like the
It's on
mothership
surface.
where
Right.
they launch from.
And they have like text back and forth to each other. It's like real time texting.
Yeah. So the interesting thing about this is that it hasn't been verified, like by any
But-
media that you might like Fox or CNN or NBC or whatever. It has not been verified by any.
It's all over TikTok.
mainstream that I've seen.
I think it's
but it
real.
is all over TikTok.
And it's like, I mean, I don't know. I know naval terms and communications. It's very authentic. Like, if they made this up, they did an excellent job. Okay. Because this is like timestamp. This is like communications topside, communications from the sub, what was going wrong. If they made this up, then bravo. It's a freaking great hoax.
And we also
I
saw.
I want to tell you, I think this is 99% accurate. I think
Interesting.
I think it's authentic. I really,
So-
I really do, and I could be wrong. So let's preface this whole thing. This could be a hoax, but I doubt it.
The one thing
I personally doubt it.
The one thing I saw online that was interesting, whether it's a, hoax, not a hoax, is that an engineer reviewed it and said, even if it's somebody just doing a narrative, it seems like it most likely is the scenario that they went through.
So Kevin and I read this article. Instead of doing a TikTok, we read an article of this engineer that's familiar with submersibles. And the engineer was going through the text exchange, and he was doing like talking real time, and Kevin and I were just typing it down. So let's start going through that, Kevin.
Yeah.
Okay? All right. So it is unverified, but I think it's real. I'll let you decide for yourself whether you think it's real. But at 8:01 on that morning, the Titan was cleared from the Polar Prince to begin their dive.
So
All right?
that basically means what? They're like off
They
the
sink.
boat in the water and they're going
Yeah,
down.
and it's weird. So keep in mind now, the Titan's got on it, it's got ballast. It's literally ballast it's just weight. Okay, like I was telling Kevin last night, when I dove, when I was a Navy diver, I was too light to sink. I would always float. So I'd have to put on tons of weight so I would sink, right?
So that was actually like called a ballast on you. Or
For me, it was a weight belt. But yeah, it's ballast. It pulls you down.
Same concept.
Okay, same concept. I
Okay.
couldn't sink. I would float. And like that's dangerous when you're diving. So you want to be heavier more than anything. You want to be heavy. You have weight, you have air that you could ballast yourself out perfectly with. So I'd be sinking, and then I had a vest that would fill with air, and I would offset the weight with the air in my vest and make it perfect. And when you make it perfect, you're literally floating like you're in outer space.
Oh, so is that kind of what you want when you're?
Yeah.
So what would
you want to be perfectly? I didn't even have to kick my legs.
And you have control then, right?
Totally. You're like floating. I would literally like look at the submarine, and I was perfectly still, and I wasn't moving a bone in my body.
Even though you had
because my
belt
wetsuit would pull me up, my body would pull me up, but the weight was pulling me down. So I had more weight on, so I would naturally sink, and then I would fill my vest with just a little bit of air, and it would stop the sink.
So the ballast is an important part of any submersible or
Yeah,
sub because
you
it
need
allows
to pull
you
down.
to pull down.
You don't want to pop up, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
So in this case, they have ballast on the Titan. The Titan has literally, let's call it hundreds of pounds of pipe that they intend to drop when they want to go up. They pulls them down, and when they're done and they need to go up, they release the ballast.
All right.
The pipes fall to the ocean floor, and they ascend. That's the thing.
That's what's supposed to happen.
So they have ballast, the pipes, and they also have a cage. I've been watching this a lot now. The Titan is the part we're familiar with. The submersible that looks like a cone is attached to like a cage, and the
Below
cage
it?
goes yes.
So the
and
cage
it
is
travels
below
together.
the submersible.
The
Okay.
idea is to get to a certain point in the ocean where they would separate from the cage, and the cage would hang there, and the Titan would go off by itself. And when the Titan was done, it would come back onto the cage.
Oh, like
and
reattach?
and they would go back up together, and they would be in the cage.
Interesting.
Okay?
Okay.
So now the Titan's going down in the cage and in the submersible, and let's start going through this. At 20 minutes, sub reported after 20 minutes of diving, it was already 758 meters deep. Okay, that's a red flag to the engineer in this case. What the engineer is saying is they should be, because he knows how fast they're supposed to be diving. They're supposed to be diving at 25 meters per minute, and they should have only been 500 meters deep at that time.
Right. They were diving at 25 per minute, and that was too fast.
So let's put this in perspective. 500 meters deep is way deeper than an American sub could go.
Okay.
And that's where they're supposed to be at this point. After 20 minutes, they're supposed to be way deeper than an American sub could go. Okay?
500 meters is what, about 1,500 feet?
Way deeper than an American sub.
Okay.
Okay. They're already at 758 meters, which is twice as far as an American sub could
So
go.
they're
Over twice as far as
2,300 feet.
And they're falling faster than they're supposed to be falling, which is a red flag for the engineer. After just 20 minutes, he's already like, they're falling faster than they're supposed to,
Okay.
which is a red flag. You're supposed to maintain a certain rate down and a certain rate up, and they're like falling faster than they're supposed to. That's a red flag. Okay. So that's after 20 minutes. At 9:28, which is an hour and a half. Okay. So like an hour later, basically, they're 1,200 meters deeper than expected after 90 minutes. They're at 2,000 meters, basically, 6,000 feet.
Wow.
They're 3,600 feet deeper after 90 minutes than they're supposed to be.
I wonder why they didn't do something before. Like, why aren't they like sounding the alarm bell? Like, wait a minute, something's up.
I don't know. Maybe they don't even realize they're falling faster.
Okay.
Right?
You
Maybe
would
they
think
think.
they'd be monitoring that, but
So we were trying to talk this out last night. So okay, let's keep going. Titan sub releases ballast at a certain point. At this point, okay, they release their ballast.
and when that happens, what's supposed to happen?
So they're dropping the weight. That means they want to.
And
get
as you
up to the
explained
top.
earlier, that should help ascend.
Yeah, and they want to get to the top. And Titan reports a cracking sound. And they said that, and this is through text, they report a cracking sound and that the global RTM was all red. Now, I've been following this up. The cracking sound was in a watertight compartment that wasn't in the passenger part.
Yeah, but don't forget this, Tom, because I thought you mentioned this last night. After they released the ballast and it didn't work, they didn't ascend, you mentioned that they did something that...
They released the cage.
That jettisoned the frame.
Yeah.
What does that
cage.
mean?
That's the cage. They're freaking in trouble.
Okay.
Then they jettison the frame, which is the equipment they're supposed to be part of. They're just trying to get the passenger to the surface.
Wow.
And they can't move up. Now, there was better articles in this. I should have put it in there. I apologize. Okay. I read a couple of them last night and early this morning that was talking about they were, for a 3-minute period, they had already like texted topside. And for like a 3-minute period, they're like, okay, we're ascending. We're in an emergency situation. We lost power. We switched over to another power bank. So this engineer is like, they're on like their lost AC, basically. they're going to battery power, just trying to do anything they can to get to the surface. They're at like 10,000 feet at this point, and they're like, we're ascending. They don't have any idea where they are, right?
10,000?
After, well, whatever it is, 9, 8, whatever. But
They're
after
low,
like
okay.
3 minutes, they text back, and they're like, "What? This is your depth." They'd only changed depth like 30 feet. So like they thought they were going up, and for 3 minutes they only changed depth 30 feet.
Oh boy!
And they're like way deeper than an American sub could go.
Right.
And American subs don't have
pressure.
windows. They're like in trouble. They hear cracking sounds.
Oh.
This entire time lapse period, guys, was like 20 minutes.
That is
For
so
20
scary.
minutes, they were trying to ascend. They knew they were in trouble. They had red alarms all throughout the sub. They heard cracking sounds, and for 20 minutes, they couldn't get it to go up. That's so
That's
terrifying.
Scary. And then, so assuming that at some point they imploded, is it still instantaneous, the implosion?
They said that this goes back to what we were talking about on the last show. Your brain couldn't even comprehend what happened. It would
Okay.
happen
Well,
so
that's good.
instantaneously. And then, like, they're saying they're finding body parts. That is absolutely ridiculous. They're finding clothes. The body parts are mush. Your bones would get crushed. Like, it would be like having the Empire State Building. If the Empire State Building landed on top of me, and then they picked up the Empire State Building, there'd be a lot of liquid and stuff there, but they wouldn't find my bones. They wouldn't find anything. I'd be smashed. That's what happened to these bodies. Their clothes are there. Their shoes are there. All that stuff. Their body is gone. There's nothing left. No way.
So the upside, I guess, for these folks is that the ultimate death was instantaneous and painless, but
Absolutely painless.
but a lot of terror prior.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
20 minutes before they died.
Like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen?
Well, are we going to make it? And I'm sure that CEO was probably selling them the whole time. My titanium hull or my
Right.
carbon
Don't worry.
fiber hull
Bring
has
it
been
up.
tested. We're fine. We have plenty. We just need to get, even if we go on the bottom, they're going to save us. And they're hearing cracking sounds and their red alarms going off. The alarms that he was talking about, like, we have a early detection system. If it's going to fail, it goes all red. And they were texting topside. It's all red.
That is scary.
And we're hearing cracking sounds. And so this engineer, and I'm really upset that I didn't put this article I read this morning was excellent. They said that what they think happened was they lost power. And if they lost power, they're just falling uncontrolled.
What would cause a power loss? Just electrical
leak
malfunction?
a leak
or?
in the back compartment where your freaking battery is. And
Interesting.
if they had a leak in there and they
That
lose
could have
power
been the cracking.
and they're just falling. Yeah, they hear cracking. It's not in their compartment, but there's probably between that compartment, like, think about it. There was 2 layers. Like, American subs have 2 layers of protection, outer hull, inner hull, right? If you lose the outer hull and all the pressure goes to the inner hull, you're a lot less safe, right?
Sure.
These
That's what
guys,
happened.
man, dude, that would have been terrifying.
Yeah.
That's like the worst case scenario.
It's interesting as the information keeps coming out and the investigations going on. So we're going to get more and more,
I think it's
sub
real.
talk in our future.
I think it's real. I do. I think all of it's real. I think they knew for 20 minutes they were going to die, and then they imploded.
Yeah,
So-
even if it, even if it's not, I like the analysis because that engineer was like, look, even if this isn't exactly real, it's probably what happened.
Mhm.
Because we just assumed it was like, oh, we're just swimming along and
And then bam,
implode.
right? Nope.
Wow.
There was an emergency. They were ascending. They doing everything they could to go to the surface, and they couldn't get. The scary thing is, so like going back to the leak in the external compartment and the other compartment, why wouldn't you be able to rise? If you dropped your ballast, if you dropped the cage, why couldn't you go up? Unless you took on water you weren't supposed to take on, and you're heavier, and it changes the whole dynamics of the sub because one compartment's flooded out, right?
All for $250,000.
Fuck, man.
I kind of don't feel bad for them.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't. It's like that TikTok I wanted to bring on the show. It was hilarious. It was so accurate. It was just like once people learn they're billionaires, they're like, I don't feel sorry for them.
Like, I don't feel bad when people go hunting in Africa and I'll get eaten by a lion.
Yeah, it'd be cool though. I'd love to go hunting. I wouldn't go hunting. I would like to be in the back of one of those trucks. It's real fast.
Like a safari.
Yeah,
Safari.
I would love that. Let's go, Lockpod.
All right.
Steve, line it up. We'll do pop-up pods. From
Lockpod Safari.
Yeah,
And like,
that's a really good idea.
I like it. Right? We got to like start getting some positives
Yeah.
out of Lockpod.
Like next season, we are remote. We're not in the
Remote.
studio.
Live
We're
from
in the
Zambia.
safari.
That's awesome. On Safari.
Yeah.
Lockpod on
On
Safari.
Safari. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Let's call it
good
a
job.
day.
Let's do it.
Yeah, go Cubbies against the Yankees, even though I'm wearing a Yankee jersey.
Yeah, we know where your heart is. And don't forget, by the way, if you're looking to get to the festival next week, festivallakes.com, where you can get your VIP experience passes, where if you want to go see Lil Wayne, you have to have a ticket, so go on there and buy them.
Hey, man, next Friday, My
Yes.
Navy buddies are in town. And I was thinking, when I say my Navy buddies, like 6 of them.
Whoa.
I was thinking about bringing them through the studio. On the
Sure.
show.
Kevin, we need more chairs. in
Yeah,
here.
we don't have enough chairs. Talk about sub talk.
They would be.
They could really have a
these
submarine
guys, These guys
session.
are hilarious, and they have great stories about me
Didn't know they were
that I
coming
would
in.
never that I would never tell you guys.
That'd be fun.
All right, I'll work that out for next Friday
For the
so-
finale.
which is the season finale. Yeah,
Season 9, episode 24.
which is perfect. We planned it out perfectly,
All right.
and then we're gonna go away for a little bit, and we'll come back better than ever for season 10.
Don't promise that.
We're in double
Safari.
digits.
We don't know that.
Lock pod on
Zambia,
Safari.
live from Zambia. All right, thanks, Jill. Good to see you. Thanks to Dave Toth for coming in. Jay Vez, everything was great again. Kevin Chandler, even though we had rough time yesterday, we made it work.
Brought it home.
We made the magic happen. So, Jana, thanks for listening. Melissa, I'm on my way. Love you guys. Thanks for listening to Lock Pod. We are the Midwest Most Dangerous Podcast. Now you know why.